This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Betsy.
Marcy.
I'm very excited because I know our guest, but you don't know our guest.
I don't. New friend.
And
I'm pumped.
I was telling you before, what did I say? Oh, God.
Unbelievably funny.
Yes, unbelievably funny. But not only that, he has a podcast. He's a fellow HeadGum podcaster, and he has a show. Season 2 is premiering on March 9th. So that was already, guys. That already happened.
It's out. Go
out.
find it.
It's out. People are talking about it in the streets. His podcast is called A Good Cry. Welcome to the show, Michael Cruz Kayne.
I was so nervous in the pause between when you said, "What did I say about him?" and Betsy took like a couple seconds, and I was like, "Oh, she said something so mean."
Not any of the bad stuff.
Yeah,
Don't say the bad stuff, Betsy.
Michael, it's so good to see you again. I haven't seen you in person in too many years. It's sad, sad, sad.
Yeah. I think like many, many moons ago, I think one time you babysat my kids. Mm-hmm. And that time, there's like legendary status around that time because my wife came home. I think I didn't come home at the same time that she did or something. And I don't even remember what it is you said to her, but I came home later on and my wife was like, "That's the funniest person I've ever met." And that, like, you have retained that status in our household. So when I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing the podcast," and she's like, "What podcast?" Blah, blah. And I'm like, with Marcy, and she's like, "The funniest person I ever met."
Wait, how? Like, yes. Because I can't even be the funniest babysitter you've ever had.
No, I'll tell you what, stiff competition, and you still came out on top.
Because Darcy used to babysit for you as well, right?
Darcy did used to be. I mean, the babysitters that we had, like, before everybody became grown up, the list is ridiculous. But yes, Darcy's on that list. Fran Gillespie. There's a lot of people.
Yes.
If you want to get famous, you're going to want to babysit for us like a couple of times.
Can I come in?
Basically, all of search history. Drew Tarver, Nicole Byer. I bet Nicole did babysit, huh?
Nicole actually did not babysit.
Okay.
Nicole did not babysit, although she was in the web series that Darcy and I made together, and she played a babysitter in that. So in a way
she did, but
she totally did.
Whoa! I love walking down my babysitter memory lane because I truly have babysat for the actual coolest comedians. Period. Hands down.
That's a second podcast you could do.
Oh, God, I really should. And I could talk about the coolest ones and then the ones who you think are cool and they're not at all.
And they're
Turns out they're not cool.
Yeah, give us the dirt.
Talk some mad shit. Anyway.
Talking mad shit with Marcy Jura.
Talking mad shit, babysit style. Well, we could talk about my new podcast forever, but Michael, tell us about your podcast.
Okay, so I have a podcast called A Good Cry, which is, as you already mentioned, part of the HeadGum Okay.
I'm not editing it out. You're fucked.
Don't edit it out. Keep it in.
It's in.
In fact,
dude,
make
you're
it
done
louder.
I'm sending it to Jake and Amir by themselves, yeah.
They're going to be so mad.
Okay, the podcast is called A Good Cry. It is part of the HeadGum family of podcasts, also co-produced by Radio Point. Ooh. And it is a podcast about grief. So I talk about grief with comedians, with my buddies who are sometimes not comedians, with authors and, other notable types. And we try to talk about sort of like the fullness of grief. So it's not just like, tell me how sad you were this one time and now tell me more about how sad you are, although we definitely do talk about that, and it is very, very sad. We also try and talk about, just like all the realness of it, which I think is helpful to some people, to the 6 or 7 people who listen to the podcast. Just kidding. It's a fucking global sensation.
Whoa,
Guess what?
yeah.
Everybody knows a dead person.
Yeah, 100% of people are pre-dead or dead. That's a fact.
Pre-dead.
Somewhere in between, absolutely. But do you talk about other types of grief too, outside of losing? Yeah.
So we have talked about other types of grief. We season 1 we talked about divorce. We also talk about one of our guests has a mother who has who's like a mother who's been difficult to care for. So we get into a bunch of other stuff. I would say primarily it is about death, but we get into other stuff as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I have a very close friend going through grief right now at the beginning stages of losing a parent, and just watching her, like, physiologically what's happening because of it is excruciating to watch. And like, there's so much help that is needed, I think, for processing that, because I feel like people just feel adrift, you know?
I mean, I think that's sort of like the thesis statement of the podcast, is that grief feels like this super isolating event. You know, like when it happens to you, at least when it happened to me, it's like I'm the only person this ever happened to. It's just me. No one understands this. No one ever will. And in fact, it is like the most universal thing that exists. It's like one of the only things that you can guarantee everyone will feel at some point, if they're lucky. If you live long enough to feel it, you will.
Wow.
So that's what we're all about over at A Good Cry. And also, can I do a second? Can I do plug on a plug?
Please.
Yes, plug on plug.
What are the rules? Plug squared.
Plug squared.
I'm also doing. I have a one-man comedy show called Sorry for Your Loss that is going to be off Broadway at the Minetta Lane Theater from April 28th to June 4th.
Oh my God.
Produced by Audible Theater. So if you like grief or comedy or me, or you don't do any of those things yet, but you will if you come see the show, because I am, let me say it, irresistible. I'm irresistible. What can you do?
It's true. It's true. You guys
awesome.
gotta get a taste. And it's so, I would say, like, it's one of those topics where I think people probably don't want to ask other people, like, about the grief.
Yeah.
So there's like a weirdness for, like, even just approaching other people who are going through it. It's probably, like, good to hear someone who, you know, like you said, all the weird stuff people say to you. Yeah,
I think people are not are scared to ask, and they're also like, despite their best intentions, also frequently not ready to hear. So even if they do ask, which is almost always nice, it's almost always nice, and then you're like, okay, well, this is the fucked up thing that happened, and then they get so sad that you're like, oh shit,
you have to take care of them.
Yeah, are you okay about this thing that happened to me?
Yeah. Wow, I've never thought of it in that sense of just, people not being ready to hear.
Because I think there's a lot of pretending that it doesn't happen. Like, I think sort of you're like, there's so much like, you know, we're young forever, and old people, especially like in our Western culture, we tend to, like, you know, secrete them away and be like, oh God, don't really be around old people, because it's like, it's a reminder that that's what you're going to be.
Yeah.
And so I think when you hear about tragedy, especially something like unexpected, like a parent dying young or a child dying or whatever, it's like, oh, fuck, that's like even though it's not even happening to you, that's traumatic to be like, oh my God, right, I'm going to die.
Oh, yeah.
I actually disagree. I don't know that I am going to die.
Marcy, you say this every time.
Marcy, you rapscallion.
Marcy, come on, quit flirting with it.
I'm just saying.
You did a thing with the devil. I remember you told me that you had made a specific deal with the devil in exchange for eternal life.
Yeah, I told you I made a specific deal, but I did not tell you the specifics of it. So, and I'm not really allowed to. So just know.
Devil gets so mad.
Devil may care. I think he does. I can't wait till I'm aghast that I haven't already listened to this, because I love being touched to tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have messed up.
I'm a messer.
The first guest I think it's first guest of season 1 is Stephen Colbert, and that's a great place to start because he is real smart and thoughtful. So, and funny and nice and all the things. So I listen, even if I weren't on the podcast, I would recommend that episode. It's good.
All right.
They're all good, but that one's like a nice place. We started in the right place, and that's the place we started.
That's your
And
your baseline. You found your baseline. Yeah.
Yeah, is exactly right.
Okay. Well, interestingly enough, our show does dovetail into this territory. We've just figured it out that part of every ghost story it's just sad. It's also sad, not just
usually
spooky.
sad. It's usually sad.
Yeah. Sometimes it's
Yeah,
very
you gotta like
sad.
get yourself to becoming a ghost. I think, first.
Yes.
And only occasionally are the ghosts very evil people in life. They can be,
Right.
but not often. Sometimes it's sad little kids with wet feet, that's a big thing.
That's and nightgowns. And
Always wet.
Wet
always
kids
dripping.
giggling. I don't know. But we always ask our guests, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal?
I will say that I am I'm skeptical, but the more I do my podcast, which is called The Good Cry and is on HeadGum, I don't know if you guys have heard of it, the more that everyone I talk to, not everyone, almost everyone I talk to will be like, I never believed in this shit until something horrible happened. And now it's like, the more I think about it, it's like maybe that squirrel that comes to my park bench is my sister. And the first person that says that, you're like, I don't know, buddy, I think you might be losing it. And then when everybody's like, well, sometimes when I wake up, I notice the covers are up a little bit higher. And I think like maybe they came and tucked me in. I'm like, oh, I have become much more open to the possibility that these things are real in some way. Mm-hmm. What way is that? I don't know. And also, if I were to get to the other side or whatever, and there were to be a God, and God was like, oh, no, none of that's real, then I'd be like, okay, that's cool too. Respect.
Well, isn't that paranormal in itself?
Oh, shit.
Gotcha. Gotcha, dude.
Here's the thing. You will never, if there's no such thing as the paranormal, you will never know for sure because you will be gone.
That's
and there
right.
will be no knowledge then. So
Whoa.
Oh my God. Okay, podcast over. This has been
there
awesome.
we go. I gotta go for a long walk, man.
Yeah, pretty naive to not think about it, right?
Wow.
I also think it's just nicer to think that there's other things out there.
It's fun. It
makes me comforted.
Fun. Okay, well I think that's like 150% of it. It's like, does it make you feel good? Then great.
Yeah.
Yep. As a kid, did you believe in anything like growing up as a child? Or were you always kind of like, whatever?
I will say that I never believed in anything, but is this a version of believing in stuff? I was always scared of the dark. Like if I had to be like outside by myself for more than 5 seconds when it was dark, I would always be like, don't run inside. Why would you run inside? There's no reason to suddenly be in a dead sprint going inside. There's nothing out here. And then I would always be like, we're fucking running.
Yeah, run.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Connecticut in the town called Woodbridge. Heard of it?
Is it a wine?
Yes.
Is it a big bottle of cheap wine?
Yeah, my parents, and I don't like to talk about this a lot, my parents did invent wine.
They invented it.
Yeah, they were the first ones to do it.
They're
the first ones to be like, these grapes have gone bad and it's delicious.
And we're using it.
Well, I feel like Connecticut is actually a very spooky place. It's where our old pals Ed and Lorraine Warren hail from. Yeah, so that's some spooky
Very
stuff
spooky.
there.
Very spooky.
I'm sure there's haunted house, like half the houses in Connecticut look like haunted houses.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
My mom made a haunted house for my friends at my 3rd grade birthday party, and some of them were so scared that they cried and wanted to go home.
Nice. Whoa.
A very cool mom, though.
Whoa.
My mom is pretty cool.
Did
she
you
remains cool to this day.
You wanted her to do that, or did she just do it on her own?
I don't think it was my idea at all.
That's
Your mom's like, I got some ideas. I got to do this for your birthday. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's your birthday too? That's great.
Oh, great. All right, cool.
Well, that leads me to wonder, does anyone in your family have any like superstitions or like stories that you would hear as a kid to scare you, or no?
Can't think of anything like that. I mean, I know that like people in my family have been to see psychics and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
can I tell you something that's not nice to say?
Go
When
ahead.
they tell me about it, I think about something else. My brain just goes away.
Now, why do
Like
you
Homer.
why do you think you disassociate in those moments?
Here's what, because usually I think maybe this is mean, but frequently when I talk with people who have been to see psychics and the psychics tell them XYZ, I'm like, oh, what you have taken from this is the information you knew when you were going there. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, we've already had this conversation. Like frequently it'll be like, you asked me for advice 6 weeks ago. We talked about it. I said this. You went to a psychic and a psychic also said this. So we already had this conversation, but
Yeah.
because you've had it with the psychic, you feel like it's more because it's coming from like, from another realm. It's
Yeah.
that advice is more significant to you, but I don't need to hear this.
Wow.
We already did this.
That is how I feel that way about friends in their therapy.
I mean,
I already told you this. I used to joke with Nicole that I was like, you're not going to a therapist. You're sitting in a Midas lobby or a Jiffy Lube's lobby and remembering a conversation we had.
yeah.
Because I know everything.
That's right. Yeah, that's. I feel that way too. That I've always been correct about everything.
I'm always correct. I mean, it is such a thing, though, where it is like you're processing that whatever you're going through, and you're probably talking to friends or family members, and then, you go to a psychic or like tarot card reader, and of course you're seeing exactly what you're like, I've been thinking of this. That's exactly what I've been thinking. Like, it happens to me, like, I feel whenever I do, like, a tarot card reading, it's like, I was talking about that in therapy. This is awesome. I guess it just is like, okay, I gotta work on that, or I'm feeling that way.
I think that kind of is the magic of it, no matter what, is that it does get to the root of what you believe or what you want to, like, what you're feeling or thinking about. So even if it's not real, there is some purpose that is served there, especially if you're
I
like,
totally agree with that. I think it's like oh wait, I cut you off. I'm so sorry.
no, I'll
I
talk
was just gonna
forever.
say-
You can't wait for me to stop.
Yeah, honestly, we need to cut her off, or else we're done for.
This is a terrible podcast.
I did notice every episode is 17 hours.
Oh yeah.
I was going to go back to what we said before, which is if it works, it works. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Like, and sometimes you do need maybe that confirmation that seems to come from like, an outside source. You know what I mean? It's like, I talked to Marcy and Betsy about them. They said this, this, and this, but until I've heard it from the cards, I'm really not going to know. And then the cards, of course, tell you the thing you already knew because 10 of your friends have already been telling you.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe the cards are working. Maybe the cards, maybe they do know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's kind of Jungian in that way.
Well, you just got smarter than I am, so I don't know.
Marcy. I
this-
think you mean Jungian.
Jungian?
This, you guys do a thing with a podcast where every episode comes with like a bunch of Wikipedia links, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, and then when you click them, you realize that I sort of used the word wrong. Just barely, though. Just barely wrong. I like to say I'm someone who almost knows a bit about everything, but I'm incorrect. Now, what about the outside of the realm of just like ghosts and psychics and stuff? What about extraterrestrials or UFOs? Or because right now it is in the zeitgeist, it is in the news. We hear stuff. So, what do you feel about that?
Okay. I'm way more open to the idea of extraterrestrial life. That is for sure. Okay. And I do think it's possible that the zillion things floating around in the atmosphere, that 2 of them are space things. I mean, come on. They're shooting down stuff all the time now. We found another one. This one, the one in Alaska, they don't even know where it went. They don't even know where it went. We shot it down. We can't find it. Now, look, it could just be some balloon. That's also totally possible. But I think it is highly improbable that we are the only life anywhere is here.
Yeah.
That seems cuckoo bananas to me because, like, the universe is really big.
Yeah.
Like really, really, like imagine like the biggest place. Imagine like an H&M. It's like 10 times bigger than that.
Whoa! Oh God! But those have 2 stories.
Oh, I'm getting itchy just thinking about it.
It is like, as you were saying that, it's just kind of like, just look at what happens on Earth. Like, look at what happens when you like leave a banana peel out. Or so, like,
Wait, go on.
I'm with
Actually,
Betsy.
maybe I
She's
better
mocking.
stop.
I am so aligned
do you
with you
know
right
what
now.
I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
You mean slipping and
like-
cars skidding off the road?
I mean, that's funny. No, I'm thinking more of like stuff grows on it, like life. So it's crazy for us to be like, and it only happens here, where it's like, no, it's happening in every different atmosphere and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, and also I think that in addition to extraterrestrial life, I think also there is terrestrial life that even now regular people massively underestimate. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know we have no idea what's in the ocean.
None.
No,
Right.
Every time you step in the ocean, you are stepping into absolute fucking bizarro land. Anything could come out of there. You could disappear in that place and no one would ever find you. And if you've ever seen a picture of anything from the bottom of the ocean, you're always like, what the fuck? It's like, this is a fish that reads books or whatever.
Well,
Everything
because it
they
has
show
a
you
lamp
is
on
crazy.
its head. Yeah, the one with
Yes.
the lamp.
The lamp-headed fish. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
the lamppost. Yeah. Right before you said that, I was thinking about like, even if like there are, like other than the ocean, like we're told by somebody, Jurassic Park, that at one point dinosaurs roamed the earth before humans were around. And maybe let's say they were all just birds. But even the fact that birds would have been in
Big
charge,
birds,
big
dude.
birds would have
Big
been
birds,
in charge.
man.
Like truly giant birds are before birds became flighted, like that they would be in charge of the whole earth. That's crazy. And then we came along.
Y'all, that is crazy.
That's nuts. So that's alien-esque in itself. You know what I mean?
Agree. Totally.
Yeah, where it's like, of course it's happening other places. I'm sorry, now I cut you off.
How, Betsy, yeah, I'm going to stop actually. No, I think I'm done.
Please no.
I was going to say that, there is, okay, this, I don't know if this qualifies as like paranormal, but I have 2 other thoughts. May I say these 2 thoughts?
Always.
One is that even like the idea of the Big Bang is like almost in and of itself paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
Like the concept that it's like, okay, so there was nothing and now everything. So like in whatever there now, I mean, also anyone listening to this who is even remotely smart, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No one is. Don't worry.
They've bailed a long time
Yeah.
ago. They bailed a long time ago.
Their
But,
ears started bleeding on episode 2. Yeah.
Yeah, they looked up one, they're like, Jungian. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
And I do it every ep.
There's, inside this one little dot is like everything, like the thing that became the McRib was in this dot. Like that's where it started, and now and that's here. So that's crazy. That's like, I feel like if you can really be like that happened, then it is like, okay, well then other shit that you could never understand could also have happened. And then one other thing, which is also maybe not paranormal, but the thing that I think I believe about, not believe, but that I hypothesize about existence most is that we are like in a molecule of an enormous organism. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that like it goes so like in your fingernail or whatever are a gazillion atoms, and each of those atoms is a universe to whatever. And in that universe, there is one Earth that has, a gazillion living things on it. And if you just keep zooming out, you'll just keep getting to bigger and bigger. And if you keep zooming in, you'll get to smaller and smaller.
Yes.
Why would that be true? But that's how I have
But
conceived
it is also why
existence.
not?
Why not?
Because you're right. Like, there's like little bugs that we can't even see that live on it.
Yeah.
Or
Like your face is covered in a billion bugs right now.
A billion bugs. Absolutely. Like, I mean, when you think about
so
like,
you can see them. Okay.
well, you think about like viruses and bacteria, like those are living things, and they come into our body and try to kill us like aliens are going to eventually.
That's exactly right. That's the fungus that has been fungus is really having its moment.
It's having its moment.
But the idea that fungus can like attach itself to ants or whatever to other and like make them literally go crazy. I mean, I don't remember how I got to this, but that's weird, right?
We were talking about viruses. Yes. Yeah, it makes perfect sense that like a post-apocalyptic, the fungus are taking over. And when you think about the fungus taking over like an ant or a wasp or whatever, like the zombie wasp that they have, like fungus can't even like, they don't even have arms and legs. Like they take forever to move. So it's kind of crazy that they're like, you know what? They figured out a better way. We figured out a better way to live. And then it makes you think that even without a central nervous system, like what are they doing? They're planning and plotting.
Right? They've got a plan.
Fungus has plans. Your mushroom had a plan. But it is like also I like part of my thing I was saying about like, you know, inside bigger, smaller is because I have a particular like mental vocabulary with which I'm able to conceive of the world. You know what I mean? Like I can see in my mind the diagram of the nucleus of an atom or whatever.
What?
I can be like, oh, well, that could be theirs, and then there could be bigger versions of those.
Yes.
But what the fuck is going on in a fungus? I don't have any idea. I wouldn't even... even if I studied it for a billion years, I feel like there's some things that like we're not capable of articulating, so you can't imagine it.
Yes, we can't even understand.
Like if aliens have another sense, like what would another sense even be?
We could never know.
Right.
What would it even exactly? You couldn't know. Like it's like if everybody's blind but one guy can see, and he's like, oh my god, you guys, this is crazy. So
like,
this is blue, and you'd be like, what the fuck is blue?
Blue, man. Whoa.
What are we even talking? What is this podcast about? I love it.
I don't even know.
I was just thinking, I barely understand how textiles are made.
Textiles? What are those?
This my college sweatshirt that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Are you repping your actual college?
Southeastern Louisiana Lions famously did not have a football team for about 20 years because they built a library and then they realized no, they built a library and realized they did not have any budget left over for books. So they had to cut the football program in the 80s. And then it came back when I was a junior, I believe. Yeah, I believe I was a junior when it finally came back. And we just kind of took the second string of all the other colleges in the tri-state area. All the guys who weren't getting to play, they came to us.
Nice.
That's so interesting. First of all, because of like I've never really left New York and Connecticut. When you say tri-state, I'm like they took the people from New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut.
No, even more upsetting, Texas, Arkansas, and Mississippi. Yeah, so I'm repping the great school of SLU.
Nice.
But yeah, there's so many things we don't know, and it's not upsetting, but if you get high and start thinking about it,
don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do drugs.
Honestly, if you're sober, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Think
Please
too hard.
stay in your
this
sobriety.
show is straight edge, though, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
Got a rep for my straight edge people. Punk rock.
Hell yeah, drinking juice after school, but not too much.
Yeah, but that's a lot of sugar. Don't want to get hyper.
Now, so you weren't really into the spooky stuff as a kid, but were there any like local like tales? Because everyone has like a hometown story about like there's a hill, and when you park your car on the hill and put it in neutral, it'll roll up the hill. Did you ever hear any of that kind of stuff, or just it wasn't?
Not so much that the thing that it would be like, hey, do you want to be scared out of your mind? Is school trip to Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
And then it's like going up there. I mean, at this point, you're only really able to conceive of it in one way, which is like the girls up here were fucking crazy, dude.
That was your takeaway?
That was it?
That's what all of us thought in third grade. It's like, these girls were crazy, man.
And they never taught you anything beyond that these girls were crazy?
Well, I think I'm sure that they did, but I was probably too busy, like, I don't know, picking my butt or whatever you do when you're
that's
that
pretty third grade, is picking your butt.
Butt picking.
So I definitely remember. I remember like those trips to Salem, because we went more than once, because there's not like a whole lot to do in Connecticut. So they're like, well, we can take them back up to where the crazy girls were. And I'm sorry, when I'm talking about the crazy girls, what I'm talking about is I'm talking mostly about the plot of the play, The Crucible. And that's why.
Okay. Yes. Okay. The crazy
girls.
I'm
not talking about the women who are accused of being witches. I'm talking about the women who are accusing the women of being witches.
Okay.
And it wasn't until you.
Girls.
So yes, please, pretty please, do not cancel me. The other thing, also, when you're a child in the years that I grew up, which are the 2020s, he's young.
He's so young. He's sitting on a booster seat.
Eating applesauce.
He's got a pacifier hanging off his
diaper butt.
But very articulate for a child. Not for an adult, though. Is that you don't have the cultural frame of reference to be like, maybe these women were crazy because the men were kind of crazy.
Yes.
There might have been some. I think there's a solid chance that all of the men in this area were not exactly perfectly in charge of their own faculties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, where it's like you dig deeper and you're like, oh, they're all like, they left, they're Puritans, like they're even more religious than like awfully like bad religious people. Of course they're gonna drive each other crazy.
Yeah,
man.
They went a level up. They were straight edge, like to the max.
Also, think about where they landed. They like moved up to Salem, Massachusetts. Come on, that's too chilly beans.
Too cold.
Speaking of colonial times, here's something maybe paranormal. Ooh. Didn't y'all know about Roanoke? Because I don't really know about
the
it.
colony that disappeared.
Okay, there we go. See, I'm glad you knew, because all I knew was the sentence that I said. But
So
that's all I got.
You were just asking me if I knew about that American Horror Story season?
Was there a season about Roanoke?
Yes.
Oh,
it was a pretty fun season, too.
Yeah.
See, I have generally avoided things like American Horror Story because, in spite of the fact that, as I said, I'm very skeptical about the paranormal, all that shit scares the shit out of me. Like anything, those like scary movies like really scare me. And I do a thing where I would say like 112% of my wardrobe is hoodies. Yeah. And I will, even if I'm watching my kids or if I'm watching with anybody else, I will put my hoodie up so no one in my peripheral vision can see my eyes. And then I will close my eyes during the movie.
Yes.
Can't handle it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And they'll be like, are you okay? And my eyes are completely closed, although they don't know that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing fine.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. This is so not scary.
Yeah, can we just turn the volume like all the way down?
I'm a brave daddy. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
I'm a brave dad and husband.
But wait, what don't you know about Roanoke?
What I do know is there were a bunch of people there, and then there weren't a bunch of people there anymore.
Right.
They were just gone. That's all that I know. So I assume that there are at least 3 more facts to that story, but I don't know them.
Yeah.
That's kind of all I know. I don't know much about it. And believe it or not, the American Horror Story season, like, didn't really explain too much.
Believe it or not, Ryan Murphy didn't figure it out.
This historical mystery was not solved by this television show. But
yes. Sarah Paulson didn't figure it out. And I don't know.
But American Horror Story, it is like, it's horror, right? It's not like and they got absorbed by this, like, they were murdered by this Native American tribe, or whatever. It's like a bunch of fucking ghosts ate their souls, and then I don't know what happens in these things.
I can't even actually remember.
I remember it being a season
I
where
remember enjoying it.
Where I was like, what? Midway through, it just decided the plot was something different. That it was like, nope, it did pull the rug out from under. Yeah.
That's almost every season of American Horror Story where they're like, I don't know, let's get Anne Frank in here for a couple of episodes, and then we'll get back to whatever we were talking about.
That was so specific that is that true? Is that a thing that happened?
In the Asylum one,
there was just suddenly Anne Frank?
Yes. A woman
That sounds like an improv scene.
claiming to be
one I would note heavily.
Yes, yeah. And so for like 2 or 3 episodes, they're like, I guess let's like figure out what's going on with Anne Frank, and then it went back to the asylum. Like she was in the asylum.
I just love the idea of a writer's room like that. That's like, what if I had kind of a pitch. What if
blast.
You could only assume that someone ordered more episodes after the season had been shot, and they're like, I guess we'll do. It's like when they do like all of a sudden like a Christmas episode that has nothing to do with anything else. You're like, yeah, they got a couple more episodes ordered. So this
I also like to
sense.
imagine that writer on other shows that it's like the Charlie Brown Christmas, and they're like, okay, so hear me out here. Snoopy goes in the doghouse, and Frank comes out. What do we think?
Huh? What are we thinking, right? Huh? Come on.
We can't fire him. That's why he's here.
He's here.
This is why he's here.
He's pushing the boundaries.
He's not very good at story, not really good at jokes, but man, he will bring up Anne Frank.
But boy,
What's his name? Dan Frank.
Anne Frank.
oh well, that's most of the Anne Frank jokes that I know how to make. That's probably
The only ones that I'm allowed to make, let's say.
I wouldn't want to be haunted. I would not want to be haunted by Anne Frank. I think if I were to be haunted, like that's someone where you like, if they haunted you, you'd have to be like, yeah, like you should, like do whatever you want, like haunt as much as you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't even try to get rid of that ghost. You'd feel like that. I have to.
Yeah, how
you
can I
just chill
help
here.
you get revenge or something?
Exactly. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah, what can I do to help?
I'm so
Maybe
sorry.
that's what happened to that writer. That like Anne Frank came and haunted him, and she was like, I know this is weird, but I would love to be like just in 2 episodes of American Horror Story.
I would
Get me in Ryan Murphy stuff.
Don't you think that like a ghost of that age would be like, I cannot believe people keep reading my diary. This is mortifying.
That is totally possible. I do like also, because I think with something like Anne Frank, you like venerate that child to such a degree that you imagine she would be saint-like if you spoke to her. But she is like just a kid. It's totally possible that ghost would be like, I just have 2 things to ask. Please don't read my diary, and could I be on TV? Those are just like the things that a normal kid would want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Poor Anne.
Anne Frank, we love you.
We love you. We're sorry people keep reading your personal business. Can't they just drop it? Now, as a dad, do you ever have to deal with your kids being scared of like a monster under the bed or anything like that?
We don't have, let's see, one time, it's not quite like that, but one time we were in LA and there was a sign at, where's the place everybody goes hiking? The
Griffith Park or
Griffith Park. There was a sign someplace around there that said like, beware, there could be mountain lions. And my son was like, yeah, I'm not going to go.
Oh,
that's not paranormal, but
Well,
he was scared. He was very scared of lions.
Well, tell him that now that mountain lion's dead. So, and that does bring us back to the paranormal. So,
yeah. Beware, they've changed the sign. Beware of the specter of the mountain lion that was once here.
Because that was just the one. There was just one in Griffith Park, and he was a lone mountain lion, a bachelor mountain lion, and he was recently captured.
So did he die or... Oh, captured and euthanized.
Yes. We've talked about it a million. I'm obsessed with P22. Rest in peace, P22.
P22?
Puma 22. Yes.
Puma 22.
Because he was tagged. But he was the only one up there, as far as we know. So, and he just wandered around the neighborhoods here, basically, because I don't live that far. He just...
We're going back and we're going hiking then.
Yeah, no, there
you
are
got to.
a lot of coyotes. So depending on how big your kids are.
yeah.
Why do coyotes like to eat smaller kids, or what's the deal with coyotes?
Smaller dogs and animals.
Yeah, they'll.
Okay, less likely a child.
Yeah, are your kids the size of poodles? Little poodles, little small
No,
poodles.
my kids are
tiny
slightly.
little poodles?
My kids are, I would describe them as 2 poodles tall, roughly.
Okay.
Standard
They'll be
poodles,
fine. They'll be
because
fine.
that's huge. If they're 2 standard poodles tall.
But to get back to your question, the answer effectively is no.
No, it's because of you. Then I think.
But fear of the dark is still, I mean, that's, I don't know if that's hereditary so much as it is like universal. I mean, are you all scared of the dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything could be there.
Betsy, I felt like you were pretending to be scared for our benefit, but you're actually not scared.
I'm trying to think of like when I'm in dark and then it's like, oh, yeah, I absolutely am. Because I start to imagine stuff or that idea of like, oh, anything could.
Well, think
be
of it
in
this
here.
way. If you walk down your driveway in the daytime, you think nothing of it, right?
Yes.
If you do it at 4 a.m., do you feel the same?
No.
No.
Marcy, no.
No.
I almost wouldn't do it at 4 a.m. if you were like, hey, there's a trunk full of gold, but you can only go out there and get it at 4 a.m. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna not have gold.
And
I don't need a trunk
life.
full of gold. Then.
And like the reason why is because you're like, well, what if because like people out at night could be more dangerous? Is like there's so few people out at night. Truly, like statistically, so much less likely that someone is gonna see you walking down your driveway at 4 a.m. than any other dangerous person might midday, right? But the fear of them being there and anything else unknown, it's so much higher, though.
Yeah.
And people are way more dangerous than ghosts, by the way, FYI.
I mean, I believe that. I think also it's you touched on this, but it's like the unknownness of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that it's like, I could picture like a wraith of some kind, you know what I mean? Like sneaking up on me and like enveloping me and then I'm just gone or whatever.
Wait, what is that word you just said?
Wraith, W-R. Okay, he's looking it up because whenever someone questions me, I'll tell you what happens to me, Marcy. I go, I'm wrong and this word doesn't exist.
This is how I take my power back from every situation.
Wraith, a ghost or ghost-like image of someone, especially someone seen shortly before or after their death.
Ooh.
Wraith, like wreath, but spooky.
Spookier. I like that. That's a new one for me. Thank you for giving me the knowledge of it.
It
You
feels
are
very
so welcome.
Charles Dickens-y.
Yes.
I think it does have like a 1800s England kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the unknown is very scary, and what your mind will come up with in it.
Your brain will be like, your brain will think of something scary that you're like, why? Where did that idea come from?
yes.
What part of you up there generated this thing?
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious now, and maybe this is, not a universal thing, but like the intuition of parents, or even like you sleep, presumably at least nearabouts your wife for a long time.
It's something I don't like to talk about very much, but my wife sleeps in the attic, and I sleep two houses down.
Why can't she sleep in the bedroom then? But do you find that there are any like weird things where you are in sync in certain ways that you're like, how is that happening? Other than like, I guess we know each other so well, right? Are there any things, or with your kids, like instinctual or? I
mean, there are definitely things that we will think about, like, parallel thinking. What's the where like we'll both have an idea at the same time, frequently like, watching TV, but sometimes it'll be like, I'll just text her and be like, hey, I just for like 2 seconds thought you were dead, but you're not dead, right? Like right now you're not dead. And then she texts me back and be like, oh no, I'm not. So, but like we will have, like moments where I think everybody has this, where like, it's not just my wife, but like I will have left my phone someplace and think nothing of it. And then like be sitting talking to someone and be like, you know what? I haven't looked at my phone in 40 minutes. And in the time between that thought and when I walk the 15 steps to get my phone again, I have convinced myself that everyone I know is dead.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, I know
that's
that.
anxiety. That's not. That's
Okay. Okay, well, can you help with that? Or
And I'm absolutely haunted by anxiety every single day.
Honestly,
Hell
we
yeah.
do have a BetterHelp code. So
a promo code?
yeah. So yeah, we can help. That's awful though. That sort of the way that our brains decide. No, regardless of what is real and not. Like if our brains are doing all of this, if they're seeing shadows and thinking it's a ghost or a person, or if it's recurring nightmares or whatever, it's like, why does our brain want us to suffer when there's not an actual threat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this, guys?
Why
are we doing this?
Get it.
Oh, wait. This is so not on the topic that we're talking about.
Great.
But something that I thought about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is, I used to, when I was a kid, play this board game called Past Lives. I don't know if this game still exists or if anybody. Have you ever heard of this game?
Never heard of it.
Oh.
It's a board game called Past Lives. I don't remember. There was an actual board and you rolled around it and whatever. And at the end of the game, you would go through, you would be assigned a certain number of points and that would correspond to the person that you were in a past life. And I was obsessed. I would play it by myself
That sounds awesome.
in the upstairs of my parents' house. And I was obsessed with it. And also, now that we're talking about this a little bit more, I was also so into astrology. That's the one that I mean, right?
Oh.
Cool.
Not the other one, but one is like, I'm a scientist, and one is
Studying.
like, I'm a free spirit.
Astrology
and I mean that one.
is the
Yeah.
That's the one that I mean.
spirit. Yeah.
Yeah. Not astronomy.
Not astronomy. But I was into, as a kid, I was very into both of those things. And I think it was related to an obsession that I also had with superheroes. So there was something cool about mysterious, unknowable things.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I was very into that as a kid. I don't know that I believed it was real, but it was still really super cool to me.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what's your sign?
I am a Virgo on the cusp of Libra.
Okay, I see. I can see this. Yes,
I continue to not really know what that means. I have sort of actively been ignorant on what that significance of that. I think Virgos are supposed to be really organized or something. That's all.
Some
got
can,
nothing.
some can. And Libras are the most people-pleasing people you've ever met, and they really want people to like them more so than everyone else does. So,
Wow.
Well, I think I'm very people pleasy. That is, I mean, you wouldn't know it because I carry myself with such virility and alpha energy.
oh, you're a big old penis, big old penis.
Yeah, I should have worn clothes for this, and I know that. I know that. They
Hey,
told
it's
me I
cool.
had
We're
to.
cool with it. We're cool
They told
with
you
it.
you had to. We did not tell you had to.
But I am very people pleasy, and maybe that is something from that. I don't know. how
I
that
mean, look,
works.
there's 12 different ways you can be, and you have to be one of the 12, and that's all there is to it, you know?
That's
Wait,
it.
but
That's how
wasn't-
it works.
Wasn't there also a time maybe 2 years ago where they were trying out a new sign?
Yeah, everyone said,
Was it
no, we're not doing that. Instead, what we'll do, because we see what you're saying that not everyone is like one of the 12. We'll give you a moon, we'll give you a rising, we'll give you a Venus.
Okay.
So then instead they just were like, well, if you're not, it's because your sun is in Virgo, but your moon is in Cancer, and that's your inner world. So that's why you're kind of you can see how it's different. You're like, okay, we just made it very complicated. And I believe it all. I believe it all.
And I believe it completely.
I believe in everything.
Absolutely.
I really liked that they were we're going to do a new one and it's called Ophicucious or something. It was something wild.
It was some dorky astrologer was like, I'm going to get cool this year. Everyone's going to love me.
I feel like they had the astrology meeting that year and the one guy had a presentation that he totally forgot about. And they were like, Dale, what did you do? And he was like, oh, you kidding me? I did. I found a new sign actually between the Taurus and the one after that. And it's Ophicucious is what I did.
Dale.
Come on, Dale.
Dale, come on.
Honestly-
You're always trying to get a new sign going.
Yeah. God, that was an infuriating moment in time. I remember it though. I've gotten way more into astrology in the past couple of years.
Okay.
And I don't know why, other than coming across a few astrologers who seem really cool and that for the moon cycles, every 2 weeks you can manifest something, and they're saying if you just get out there under this new moon or this full moon, your life's going to get better. So every 2 weeks you have a chance to turn your life around.
Wow, every 2 weeks.
Wow. I like
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Setting some intentions, being gratituded about something.
Gotta be real gratitude about stuff.
Okay, wait. Can I ask the two of you a question? Is that permitted?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like, paranormal skeptical, right? Believing in the possibility, but a little skeptical.
Yes.
My question is, when people are skeptical, both of you, I assume, have some belief in the paranormal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
When people are skeptical, are you ever like, you fucking idiot, you simpleton,
No.
you close-minded fuckface?
And kick them.
I mean,
kick 'em in the shins.
Come.
I don't appreciate when people act as if it's silly to believe, I understand it, but when people are aggressively agnostic or atheistic about things, when they're like, no,
Like Ricky Gervais style.
yeah, it's like nothing exists. You're like,
There's
man,
nothing.
just let me have this. Come on.
Yeah, I also,
think-
even though... Oh, no, you go,
Oh,
Betsy.
no,
I
you
asked.
go ahead.
No, I asked you, so I want to know
No,
your
you
answer.
go-
I
it's
wouldn't
very
talk now if you gave me $1 million.
It's very simple. But I would be like, well, it's more fun.
It's more fun.
It's just more fun to believe than to think
Yeah.
nothing happens. That's all. That's all I was going to say.
I was just going to say that the first of all, that makes a lot of sense to me. Just like, why not do it if it's fun? Fun is that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
But also the like militant atheistic POV feels almost religious to me. It's
It
like
is.
that's almost its own.
When it's proselytizing, yeah.
It's like nothing can exist except exactly what I see. It's like, but that doesn't seem right to me.
Also, like,
Yes.
well, then, like, we learn new stuff every single day. So does that mean it didn't exist until we knew about it? Or, like, is there no room? There's no wiggle room for the things we
Get 'em,
don't
Marcy.
understand?
Fucking
Take it.
get them.
And I know
Take it.
there's you're listening. I don't know why you're listening. You're sick in your head, and you listen every week. Our haters love to hate on us. Haters are our biggest fans. And also, like, we've had like experiences too. So,
Right.
And maybe I'm absolutely insane. I'm all right with that. That is fine with me. I absolutely do not care. So,
I mean, we both grew up being very just like, something's happening. Like,
we grew up Catholic. We always say being Catholic really,
Yeah, we grew up Catholic, so I think that really helped.
really taint you.
Really kicked it off. And then, like, I was obsessed with, like, unsolved mysteries and, like, anything spooky.
Wait, is Unsolved Mysteries a spooky thing?
Can be.
It can be.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They would like to have it's like a variety show of mysteries. So it'd be like
Yeah.
a murder, a UFO, some kind of animal stalking people in the woods, maybe a ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My idea of Unsolved Mystery is like, this woman disappeared, and the only people who saw it. It's like that kind of vibe. But I guess
There's a
she
lot
could
of
have
that, too.
she could have been disappeared by a wraith.
Yes, absolutely.
There
But
we
like
go.
mostly it is a variety show of like there'd be like 3 or 4 segments every episode, right?
Yeah.
So
And the ones
Okay.
as a kid that I remember the most are, like, the paranormal, UFOs, those stories. And then one where there was, like, a trucker killing people.
man.
That scared me. So
Well,
to where
that's scary.
anytime we would drive by a big truck, I was like, Dad, you gotta go fast.
Oh my
They're
god.
gonna try to kill us.
Wait, this
And your
is
dad's like, do the burp burp thing.
No,
and you're like,
Dad,
no.
that's how they get you. No, you do. Okay, I watched this docu-series years ago called The Killing Season, and it started off following probably it's great. It was an A&E documentary done by the same people who did the Cropsey
Yes.
movie. And it starts off following the Long Island torso killer, that there was like someone dumping parts of bodies all over Long Island. And then it quickly evolves to, at any given point, there are 200 active serial killers in America. And the FBI no longer investigates them because of 9/11. They've shifted a lot of their investigations towards, instead of interstate crimes, it is now towards homeland security and things like that. So there's barely anyone investigating them. And when you think about it, these people are being killed in one place and then never found because probably a lot of them, the murderers, are long haul truckers, and they're picking up people in states and dumping their bodies in other states. And there's no, like, you can't track them. You don't know. These guys are like gone from their families for like weeks at a time. And like, and you're like, oh my God, it is so upsetting and scary when you start thinking about like, yeah, no one's investigating that stuff.
That's so scary.
They're just letting it go.
Yeah, because I mean,
200 serial killers that's a lot.
That seems like a lot, but
it's so scary.
And maybe I'm lying again, guys. You guys know I love
just did a couple of years ago.
You
just did what I did with Wraith, where you're like, maybe I made this up.
I love a lie. But yeah, the truckers, not all truckers are serial killers, but you might want to approach them all as if they could be.
Yeah, that's how I approach every single person. That, like, you could be the one who murders me. Could be you.
Could be you. It could happen to you. Michael, do you have time to listen to a listener story with us?
Of course I do.
Okay. Yes. I'm going to play a mystery one.
Ooh, yeah.
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. This is Lindsay. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a huge fan of the podcast. I've sent some stuff in before, but something happened just the other day, and I haven't been able to get it out of my head. So I was in the bathroom taking a shower, like you do, and we're in like a fairly modern house. It's built in the 90s. I've never felt anything ooky spooky, but I was taking a shower, and I had a little like shower speaker going, listening to a podcast. And the shower speaker quality is really bad. It's muddy and it's echoey, and I can barely hear what they're saying, but it's better than silence. So I'm washing my hair, listening to my terrible podcast, and all of a sudden, like clear as a bell, I hear a child's voice say, "What are you doing in here?" And it sounded like it was in the shower with me. And it stopped the podcast and like came out of the speaker, I guess, just crystal clear. And the inflection was so like specific. "What are you doing in here?" And I jumped around. I was terrified. I turned off the shower. I called my partner in to be like, "Did you make that noise? Did you hear that noise? Are you listening to anything that could have made that noise?" And they were like, "Well, I guess, I'm playing a video game. Maybe the Bluetooth on my speaker just happened to switch to the video game for 10 seconds and then switch back, something it's never done before or since. But I can't get this out of my head. And I know how y'all feel about bathroom ghosts. And I gotta say, you, get out of my shower." Okay. Thanks for letting me share. Love you both. Take care.
No.
Ew.
Okay, first of all, very hurtful not to be acknowledged by that caller at all.
I know.
Hey, I know.
To be fair, for a couple of years, our podcast that was about interviewing people and comedians about their paranormal experiences then became just us reading emails for 80% of the time, and then every now and then we would go back to our format, but we got real lazy during the pandemic, so
okay, well, is there a video? Do you show people the video of this? Do they see it?
No.
Your face is when she said the child that's worth a trunk of gold at the end of your driveway for sure.
Because of the dang wet kids I was talking about earlier.
Marcy, you knew it.
Well, because they're everywhere. There's wet kids fucking are everywhere. Wet ghost kids are wreaking havoc around the world.
And like the speaker, like ghost hunters and stuff, they use speakers. I mean, not just a regular Bluetooth, but they use like these special speakers that then can, you could talk to ghosts with. And it would
They
be
have
like,
a great
why can't
name. They call them a ghost box.
a ghost box.
Ghost box.
Yes. And why can't a Bluetooth pick up a little bit of that frequency we can't always hear?
I really wanted to know the video game that her partner was playing, because I feel like that could have. Because if the video game had been like, I'm playing my favorite game, Children Who've Been Kidnapped.
Yeah.
Or like,
kids
I'm playing
with
Miss
questions.
Pac-Man.
Kids with questions.
Yeah, kids with questions.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I love this
was wondering
level.
that too, of like, you would have to be like, wait, no, what fucking game were you playing? Because this is too nuts for that to pop in right there and then.
I also thought that she was setting us up for I thought the message was just going to be kind of like a sexy brag, where she was like, first of all, she said taking a I thought she was going to say she was taking a shit. Did anybody else think that? That's what I thought. I was taking a shit.
A little bit.
But then it switched to shower, and I was like, okay. And then she was like, and we kind of live in like a modern house. And I was like, okay, brag city. And then I was on the shower speaker. And I was like, okay, this is painting it. You're trying to sell your apartment on this podcast.
So suspicious. Very
But
much
then
a skeptic in a lot of ways.
But immediately turned it around, because I think ghost child haunting my speaker is not a sellable. People are not gonna. That's gonna drive your property value down.
If anything, I mean, maybe it might help you sell your speaker. No, it's not gonna help you sell your speaker. It's nothing good can come from it. You're right.
Nothing good can come from it.
No,
unless there are haunted dolls and objects on eBay and Etsy. People, there is a market out there for haunted objects.
That's true. That is true. Now,
I believe that.
I did have something similar happen not long ago. I forget when it was. It had to be in the last month, though.
Marcy, what did you tell me?
I heard someone laughing in my house, but it sounded really weird. And I was like, is my TV on? And then I walked to my living room and my TV wasn't on. And then I didn't hear it again. And I was like, that's really weird. And then I heard two people talking and laughing again. And I was like, what the?
Marcy?
And so,
how come you're not screaming this?
Because I go to my bathroom and then I realize that my Bluetooth speaker in my shower is picking up someone's phone conversation. But off and on. It was switching on and off. So, and I was like, that seems like a flaw in the system.
Whoa.
It was just two, a guy and a girl, kiki gossiping about something.
Okay, phew.
Wow.
Unless it's two ghosts.
Well, they could be
ghosts
dead.
Kiki gossiping.
Could be just some petty ass ghosts.
I think, truly, I mean, we mentioned this when we were talking about Anne Frank earlier, and obviously want to go back to revisit all of the Anne Frank stuff in the episode. I hope
Thank you for reading the chat that I sent you.
But I do think that there is sort of a tendency to imagine ghosts as somber, stately, with these grand visions. And even if ghosts do exist, which I'm skeptical about, I can't think of any reason they would be any better than people. That they have any more purely defined mission than to be I know this is crazy, but could you take down that picture they posted of me on Facebook right after I died, because I think I looked fucked up in that picture. That's what I would be doing if I were still existing, is I would be haunting people to be you cannot let my dad tag me in that photo. You act that cannot happen.
Most of it is vanity. It's all exclusively
all of
vanity.
It is. I threw out doing this podcast though, because I was very much oh my God, every single ghost is scary. They're they want to be scary. They want to fuck with people. And then over all the episodes and talking to so many people and hearing so many stories, it's oh, that's not the case. And a lot of times just being that they might be confused, and not really know what's going on. It's been a very big eye opener to where it's okay, not every single ghost is scary.
And they're not all from the 1800s.
And they're not all from the
other
1800s.
people have died in other eras. This is true.
Yeah, that's very true.
Ghosts?
Yeah.
From every decade, guys.
From every single decade.
All of them. Every day.
Every day.
New ghosts.
New ghosts getting made.
New ghosts.
There's a new ghost.
There's a new ghost coming. Did you hear about the new ghost on the block?
Y'all hear about the new ghost?
He's sexy. Now, Michael, this has been so much fun to talk. Sometimes skeptics can be difficult, but you were a very fun skeptic to talk to.
Oh, thank you for saying that. I had a lot of fun speaking with the two of you.
Great.
This has been a joy.
Tell everyone again about your podcast and your show coming up.
Okay, so we got the podcast A Good Cry on the HeadGum family of networks, also co-produced by Radio Point. And then we've got my show, which is called Sorry for Your Loss, at the Minetta Lane Theater off-Broadway, April 28th to June 4th, produced by Audible Theater. I hope you'll check it out because I think it's kind of good.
I'm so excited.
Josh Sharp, I don't know if people know Josh, but Josh is a very funny stand-up and also director. He's directing my show.
Wow.
And he's amazing.
That's awesome. And then where
Josh
else can
is so
people
great.
find you?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Cruz Kayne, CruzKayne. And if you want to come by my house, I live at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
With the Bidens? Oh, boy. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.